104.7 The Cave. Mike the Intern on the phone this morning with RTZ, a.k.a. Robin Taylor Zander, son of Robin Zander from Cheap Trick, also a member of Cheap Trick. You've got a lot of accolades, my friend, if I think I can get through all of them. And also, congratulations on the new album you just put out in April, man. Thanks for calling into the show this morning.
Hey, thanks for having me anytime.
So, obviously, you've been a member of Cheap Trick for a number of years, and that's super badass that you get to be involved with your dad in that band and all that stuff. But now you broke out, you're doing your own. Well, I'm assuming you're still kind of doing stuff with Cheap Trick. Is that right?
Yep, still touring member. I have been since 2017, but yeah, still out there with them. So
that's good to hear. But now, as a singer-songwriter yourself, you've got a new record out, which we talked a little bit about before we started this interview, called The Distance. I played a couple songs from it on my show. Man, a really good job on this record. How long did you work on this thing for?
So we tracked the 11 tracks and songs that we did on the record in about 4 weeks.
It's pretty quick.
We went back and pretty quick, and we did overdubs for another week and a half after that. So a little about six weeks in total.
Man, that's a pretty quick turnaround. I think it was probably Steve Albini that said, if you can't get it done in a week, you're not doing it right. So good on you for getting it done quick. And again, there are a lot of influences you can hear in this record, more specifically on the single High and Low. Definitely a Beatles-esque kind of track, if you will, but there's just so much going on in that song. It's a really, really great song there.
Yeah, thanks. It's got like that Beatles, Beach Boys, Bee Gees vocal vibe to it, and we spent a lot of time on the vocals on that track specifically, for sure. And you can tell the harmonies are on point, just the melody and everything that's in there. It's real deep in depth, and it's funny that this album I'm going through kind of a psych rock thing right now, where I've been listening to a lot of psych rock from the late 60s, 13th Floor Elevators, and then as more recent as like the Dukes of Stratosphere. So I think like this album kind of fits into that. That's probably why it hit me so much, because I'm kind of in that zone right now, and there's a lot of that in this record, I think. Oh, I love 13th Floor Elevators. Come on now. That's good stuff.
Yeah. If you've never taken the time with the Dukes of Stratosphere, take some time with those records, whether it's the big one or 25 o'clock, which is just such just the fact that XTC is like, hey, you know what? We should be a psych rock band. Okay, cool. Sounds good. And they put those two records out, and it's like they could have came out in 1968. It just blows my mind. Blows my mind.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're here to talk about you. And so do you have any plans to maybe take this out on the road on your own?
So we've done a few gigs already with a band that's backing me up. They're called Boys Go to Jupiter. They're based out of New York City, and they put out their own music. But I found them in New York with Jack Douglas, who is the guy who signed me, and also the guy who mixed and mastered the record. And so we're doing some gigs this summer and fall in between Cheap Trick dates, and to support the record. So all is well.
Is this the same Jack Douglas that worked as a record producer for Aerosmith, Lennon, all those guys?
Yep.
Man.
The first 4 records.
Hell yeah.
Did Double Fantasy with John Lennon.
Yeah. Yeah, and then did stuff with Cheap Trick too. Records. Yeah.
That's right.
And Miles Davis. I mean, God, that guy definitely worked with them all. Man, you're in good company. That's awesome. That's really cool. You got to work with him on that too. Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time, Robin, but thank you so much for the conversation this morning. Go check out his new record. It's called The Distance. It's awesome. If you're into any of the bands that we mentioned, you're going to get something you love out of that record. Congratulations again, Robin.
Thanks for having me anytime.